Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Anyway, welcome back to the channel. Listen, thank you to each and every one of you that have subscribed. If you have not yet subscribed, please do so. I am trying to reach my goal of 1,000 subscribers. Okay, so if you would be so kind and click that little subscribe button, I would greatly appreciate it. So today we're talking about them watching you. Okay, they're always watching you. Eyes are in the skies. Now they want them in every single car. This is insane. But you know what? I always feel like somebody's watching me. Oh. Because they are, okay? The moment you step, not even the moment you step out of your house. Right now, I got my computer on. I got my phone recording. They're probably watching me through this recording right now. The computer is watching me even though the camera isn't on. There's a TV in there that's probably listening to me. I heard the Wi-Fi, the router can watch you and listen to you. So we are being monitored for whatever reason, right? And eventually it's going to turn into something deeper, more control. Oh, you was in your house talking crazy about such and such. Oh, okay. Well, you can't spend your money today. What are we talking about here? But we ain't gonna go crazy until it's too late, because right now everything is a theory. You know the word. I don't want to be flagged because everything picks up everything. It's a C theory. That's what we're gonna call it. Everything is a C theory until it comes true. And then everybody just looking crazy like, oh, the C theory people was right. I believe that term was created to those that go against the grain so that the people that go along with everything would deem them crazy. But that's another topic for another day. Let's see what these crazy people are talking about when it comes to these cars.
By 2027, every new car in America will have an infrared camera pointed at the driver's face, and that's by federal law. Does this leave vulnerabilities for our adversaries to hack American vehicles?
We're going to have cameras in the cars, cameras on the streets, cameras in our homes, data everywhere. I think it'll be harder to break into all that stuff, but at the same time frame, should someone break in, I think the impact's going to be far more than what it used to be in the past. The fact that AI can think, learn, and has total recall and can be trained, it will be the cyber weapon in the future. It's too fast at discovering vulnerabilities. Someone will say, take a look at this application, can you hack it? What used to take us 5 days with 2 smart humans is 5 minutes to 10 minutes with AI now. Don't tell your kids to get a computer science degree. It's like learning Latin. No one's going to speak it. The computers are going to do it for us. At Armaden, we want to get our AI attacker to be so good, it's building its next AI attacker. And the unfortunate reality is we have to build it, or the adversary will.
Many new cars have this feature.
See, no, that's just crazy. Why do we need any of this stuff? Why do we just have to keep going and going and going? It's the future. It's technology. It's my words never come when I'm making a video. it's dang it. I can't think of it. Where you don't want to stay stagnant and you got to progress. I can't think of the word right now, but either way, why do we have to continue to progress in things that we don't truly need? It's like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They act like everything is broke and needs to be fixed and needs to be advanced. No, some things don't need to be. We don't need cameras everywhere, but they're trying to convince us that we do.
That I'm going to call the Eye of Sauron. This is a driver monitor system that watches your eyes to see what you're looking at if you're paying attention, all of that. To make things even worse, you can't truly fully disable this. You can disable some of the warnings, but it'll always be watching you. You pair that with the fact that the automakers also have your GPS coordinates at all times. And now you can see why I call this the Eye of Sauron. They're always watching. And finally, this version's very easy to see, but automakers are looking to maybe put some driver monitors up in this area, hide it in the dash, maybe somewhere in the steering wheel. In the future, you won't be able to tell that your car has it, so maybe it's time to buy an old car.
All that says is they're going to have a system that tells you when you can and can't drive. So you get in the car, you sit down, they look at your eyes. Oh, you look a little sleepy. We're going to shut you down for the next 5 hours, 6 hours. Go ahead and take a nap. Oh, you didn't do something right today. You weren't nice to the lady at Chick-fil-A. Oh, we're going to shut you down so for your punishment. Like, what are we talking about here? Why do you need to scan my eyes? And what are those lasers doing? Just because you can't see things don't mean that they're not affecting you. Just like the Wi-Fi in our homes. Like, there's literally invisible beams and things, just like the movies back in the day, where you infrared things or whatever that you can't see, that's going from the freaking towers to our routers to our cell phones, everything. How is this stuff truly affecting the human body? We probably won't know until it's too late.
America, do not buy a new car, because starting 2027, every new car in the United States will be required by law to have tech that puts constant surveillance on the driver. Not only watching you, but listening to your conversations as well. And if the vehicle determines that you're a danger on the road, it will turn your car off. So by 2027, the law states, quote, every new passenger vehicle sold in the United States must include technology that constantly monitors the driver via AI, cameras, and sensors, and can automatically shut down or limit the car if the system decides you're not sober or fit to drive.
If the system decides, not another human being, a freaking robot is going to be in control of our lives. Isn't that crazy?
The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration is creating new federal motor vehicle safety standards requiring, quote, advanced impaired driving prevention technology powered by AI tools and systems. They state that the technology must now passively monitor the driver at all times. If the system detects a problem, it can prevent the car from starting or limit its speed and operation while driving. So let's say you're not f***ed up and you just decide to close your eyes and stretch. Does it think you're f***ed up and it'll stop the vehicle while you're driving? The law states that this is not a remote government kill switch, but the decision happens on board via AI and sensors. So basically, whatever technology they put in there, it's a government kill switch. Now, older cars obviously will be unaffected, but cars 2027 or after will all have this shit. So a lot of people say that this is government overreach, and later on, these tools will be used against the average driver, especially if it taps into your conversations and the government gets a hold of those conversations and finds out what you're talking about politically. Or at least that's the fear coming up in the future. Now you might understand why data centers are going up all over the country, everywhere, because everything you do is going to be monitored coming up here, every single thing.
So they want to act like everything is done for your safety, right? You know, the robot's going to say whether or not you're fit to drive. But here's my thing. There's far more people that don't drink and drive than there are that people that do drink and drive. So that wouldn't cause for anything like this. But they're trying to convince us, hey, this is for your safety. You know, if you don't seem fit to drive, you're not going to be able to drive. No, that's not to help us with anything. It's to control you and to keep you from doing things. Just the regular people, you know, everyone can't be punished for a small percentage of people that do things. So that's how you know it's going to be rolled out for everyone and everyone is going to be affected. But hey, for your safety, right?
Congress officially mandated that by 2027, every single new car has to have cameras that watch your eyes, and your car can literally decide if you're allowed to drive or not. So this is not a bill and it is not a proposal. It was actually already signed into law back in 2021. Every single new car sold in America by 2027 has to have infrared cameras on your steering column.
Every vehicle manufactured is going to have a kill switch in it. The car itself will monitor your driving, and if the car thinks that you're not doing a good job driving, it will disable itself.
They're saying that these cameras would not only just track your eye movement, but also your pupil size and your head position the entire time you're driving. If the camera decides that you're impaired, it can prevent the car from starting, or it can slow you down mid-drive. Hello? The agency that's in charge of this entire thing just told Congress that the technology isn't even ready yet because there has been so many mistakes. Even at 99.9% accuracy of this software, millions of sober drivers would be locked out of their own car every single year. Your car could literally shut you out of it because of sunlight or because you looked away for 1 second. So that's the problem. There is no federal opt-out, and Congress is literally fighting about it right now to decide whether or not they're going to keep it or end it. So the question really is, do you guys want this to be a thing or no?
They have the technology, and if I'm not mistaken, it's already in a couple of cars already. And even before then, even before they got into the cars, they've had the technology for a long time now, probably decades. They've had this stuff sitting around just ready to implement, because they have to slowly roll things out or everyone would panic and go crazy. So they know exactly what they're doing.
Alright, if you drive a newer vehicle and it has this little thing, that is an infrared camera that is scanning your face while you're driving down the road to make sure that you're paying attention. 2026 GMC Yukon. This one has 4 miles on the odometer. And I just finished replacing the factory windshield.
See, they're talking about 2027. This guy said it's been in the car since 2026. So it's been in there. And imagine the newer cars, especially, that already have like tiny cameras that you don't even know about. We can't trust these people.
Now, I'm no theorist, but don't you think it's a little bit strange at the same time that they announce 2027 new vehicles are going to be scanning your eyeballs off with AI, and there's going to be sensors in the steering wheel, and you got to put both your hands on the wheel at the same time. This is already happening in the UK, otherwise your car will shut off. Don't you think it's a little bit strange that while that's happening, a spontaneous oil shortage is happening, which is making them add more ethanol, or this is the excuse to add more ethanol to the gas, which is...
We don't have a shortage on anything ever, especially the natural resources. They're natural resources for a reason. The earth continues to replenish them. You can't run out. And for those of you that believe that you can, you need to wake up and smell the Folgers, okay? Wake up and smell that coffee, okay? It smells darn disgusting. Well, actually, coffee smells good in the morning. I don't drink it, but you know, the smell is like delicious. But anyway, wake up and smell the freaking coffee. Like, they're not running out of anything. They're creating these shortages. See, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this channel because I'm trying to get this paper, okay? But I feel like I don't want to be listed as one of the dangerous ones or something. I ain't saying nothing too crazy, but still, they don't like people to talk against things. You know, they want people that go with the flow, and they will limit your things, your monies. Okay, you won't be able to make none if you get to talking crazy. So I ain't gonna get too deep, but I'm just here to let you all know what I see and what you should be seeing. Okay, let's continue.
horrible for old engines. And then all these junkyards are burning up. Have you not heard? There's been like a bunch of big giant junkyards that have caught on fire randomly. So all the parts, all the old cars, for all the old parts for the old cars, burning up. The new gas could significantly shorten the lifespan of the old vehicles that are on the road. So all the people who said, you know, I'm just going to keep driving my 1990, whatever, like, I agree, that's cool, but you're going to have to figure out how to get ethanol out of the freaking gas, otherwise it's going to prematurely gimp your engine. Furthermore, at the same time that all that is happening, people think you're going to be able to just like jailbreak your car and turn off all that AI crap, not knowing a lot has changed in the last few years for the automotive industry. If you alter something in your computer system of these new vehicles,
they're gonna know.
It immediately sends a tampering notice to like the cloud of the manufacturer of your vehicle, and can either stop your insurance or disable the car if you've affected it in a certain type of way. Look it up, dude. They've passed all these laws. So the walls are closing in on, I guess, controlling our modes of transport. Eventually, I think they all want us in a smart bus anyway, hooked up to the AI railroad. I mean, really, this is what's coming around the corner. So why aren't I scared? Because that's a bit of a scary thought, right? Being ruled by AI, all the old cars are gone, we're in universal basic income, it's a total shitstorm. Because I have true, full, unwavering faith that in the end, the good guys win. I do think it's going to get weirder between now and then, 100%. That's not a, you know, but something strange is seriously kicking off, man. Keep your head on a swivel, do not be deceived. Use your discernment. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below.
Definitely things are changing rapidly. Okay. And honestly, to me, there's really nothing you can do to prepare. I don't know. Like, I feel like you can or you can't. But then, like he said, I do believe that the good guys are going to win. There's no way that evil can continue to prevail the way that it has. I just don't believe that. And those of us that are good people and that truly don't want to deal with the system, I believe that we'll be fine. Don't know how, but you just gotta have faith, the faith, the faith. Ooh, you gotta have faith.
Follow for more.
Do not buy a car dated 2027 or later. It is a trap. Your car will be spying on you. No, I am not being hyperbolic. There is a federal mandate going into effect later this year that requires your car to have AI software tracking your eye movements, pupil dilation, and drowsiness levels. Essentially, this turns your car into your number one hater. It's not like you're taking a breathalyzer. Your car is making an educated guess on whether or not you're too impaired to drive. Car manufacturers are reportedly PIS.
Is it really an educated guess? Because it's a freaking robot. An educated guess would be from a human, in my personal opinion.
SED, because it means your car could just leave you stranded. I mean, imagine it's late at night, you're in an unfamiliar area, maybe it's sketchy, and your car just stops working because it thinks you're too tired to drive. To me, that seems pretty unsafe. I want to know if our country's brilliant legislative minds thought through the very obvious implications here. Oh, and by the way, your car will be more expensive because this machinery is pricey. AI cannot read your thoughts or determine if you are pure of heart. It is making an educated guess and will create false positives. I am already so frustrated thinking about this.
Just like everything that they give us creates false positives. But we ain't gonna talk about that. What is there to do? What are we gonna do? Can you even do anything? Shoot, the average person is too busy day to day trying to figure out gas, groceries, and their freaking rent. So how do you even have time to save, to get out of the matrix, to create something different? You know, where's the time for that? Where's the extra money for that? You know, and then to me, it's like, why do the people that create this stuff, like, are they holding you at gunpoint to make you do this stuff? Because do you not think that this is going to affect you and your family? So the people that are working on the data centers, the people that are creating these sensors for the cars, what are you like, oh my gosh, this is so cool, we're going into the future, you know, everything's progressing. Still can't think of that word I was trying to think of earlier, but it'll come around one day. But so all the people that are building this, you're just okay with going into this dystopian future? Like, you don't think this stuff is going to affect you? Because if they didn't have the workers to create these things, you know, the spyware, the technology, the AI stuff, the data centers, they didn't have the manpower to do this stuff, it wouldn't get done. So why are the workers agreeing to this? Is it because the money is good? But if the money is that great, hey, eventually you're not going to be able to spend it anyway because things are going to be so different. You're going to go into a digital world. That money ain't going to matter. So what are we doing? Where are we taking ourselves? Anyway, let me know your thoughts and comments down below. Please subscribe to the channel as we are working on the 1,000 subscribers. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you, and I will catch you in the next one. Ta-ta!